very brief for me to give you the clear explanation of what we are going to study today. So let me look for the file I'm going to share to you, because we have to study step by step. Well, I suppose that you have studied the simple past and the past progressive previously. So we are still working on the simple past, but in this case, we are going to work with the used to structure. Let me share my screen and see what I'm talking about. Used to, as you remember, in the simple present, we were talking about the habits and routines we had in the present. But now we are working with the routines or habits we had in the past. That is what is important for us now. So I'm going to share my screen for you to see what is the structure. If you notice, I'm talking about the used to. Used to in Spanish is equivalent to acostumbraba. Yes? So in this case, used to. I used to eat cake when I was a child. Solía comer dulces cuando era niña. I used to go to my grandparents' house when I was a kid. Solía ir a la casa de mis abuelitos cuando estaba más pequeña. I used to drink water in the morning when I was on a diet. Solía tomar agua en la mañana cuando estaba a dieta. Well, let's continue. What is the structure for this? Let's see some examples. Some examples of this are, we are going to check that this is common in our daily life, that we comment about the habits we had in the past. Habits we had in the past. Remember, examples. When I was an adolescent, I used to drink a lot of blood before midnight. Well, this is a vampire. They used to encourage me to drink milk instead. Didn't your parents say anything to you? How do you feel now that you are among the dead? Well, this is a kind of joking. It's not very serious, but the idea is that you have to check what is the structure. In the affirmative sentences, we use used to in an infinitive, smoke, run, etc. when we want to say that something happened regularly in the past, but that it doesn't happen anymore. Again, we use used to in capitals, an infinitive, smoke, run, etc. when we want to say that something happened regularly in the past, but that it doesn't happen anymore. Examples. I used to run 10 kilometers a day, but now I am too old for that. We used to play cards until midnight. Do you often go to no, but I used to. This is Tom. He used to smoke 100 cigarettes a day. So it's supposed that Tom doesn't do it anymore. That's why we say used to, because it was in the past, not in the present. In the present is different. It is about talking about our childhood, de nuestra infancia, nuestro pasado, no de nuestro presente, okay? And the structure, la estructura, basically, of used to. We use to plus the infinitive without to and the complement. The subject plus used to plus infinitive and the complement. It's simple because you don't have to change anything. You don't have to apply rules. I don't know if you are looking my screen. Let me see if you are looking my screen. I want to share again because I don't know, I don't have interaction with you, and sometimes I feel that you are not looking at my screen. Okay, that's good. I used to work harder. Solía trabajar más duro antes. You used to study more. Tú solías estudiar más. He, she, it used to eat less. We, they used to exercise more. Nosotros, ellos, ustedes solían hacer más ejercicio o ejercitarse más. Okay? Well, now, in the negative structures, if we talk about the simple past, remember, in the simple past, we have an auxiliary that was did plus not, plus the verb plus the complement. In this case, we are going to use didn't, the contract, and say subject didn't, used to, plus the infinitive verb. And I say, I didn't used to watch too much TV. He, she, it didn't used to drink alcohol. We didn't used to eat so much. They didn't used to play with the food. That's a big difference because we are going to check now that in the case of didn't, in the simple past, we use another verbs. For example, I didn't play in the park. Yo no jugué en el parque. En este caso sería yo no solía. I didn't used to. Yo no solía ver mucha televisión. He, she, it didn't used to drink alcohol. Yo no solía tomar alcohol. Quiere decir que ahora lo hago. We didn't used to eat so much. No solía comer mucho. Quiere decir que quizás ahora lo hago. They didn't used to play with the food. Ellos no solían jugar con la comida. Bueno, ahora lo hacen o quizás lo dejaron de hacer o lo hacían o no lo hacían cuando eran niños. ¿Ok? Recuerden, used to es para hábitos que teníamos en el pasado, que puede ser de nuestra infancia, que puede ser de nuestra juventud o que puede ser algo que dejamos de hacer ahora que somos adolescentes o adultos, o en su caso, cosas que no solíamos hacer cuando teníamos cierta edad. Okay, well, let's go ahead. In the interrogative sentences, it's going to be the same structure, similar to the structure we used in the simple past. But remember, always we have to add used to, and then it's going to be in the infinitive form. Example, did you used to eat so much after 10? ¿Solías comer mucho cuando tenías 10 años? Did he used to play the piano or the guitar? Aquí sería play. Did he used to play the piano or the guitar? ¿Solía tocar el piano o la guitarra? Él. What sports did he used to practice? ¿Qué deporte solía practicar él? Where did you used to go after school? ¿A dónde solías ir después de la escuela? In the questions, is the similar structure of the simple past? So that's what I consider is very important that you review after we work on these exercises, that you check what is the difference between the simple past and the past progressive. That's why I need that you make the presentations for next class. Or I don't know what you're going to do, but it's important that you avoid some mistakes I noticed in your comprehension of the simple past and the past progressive. This structure is almost similar to the simple past, but in this case we are going to add used to and in positive. So let me see if I can record something different for you. And check now, finally, we are going to check what is the use or what is the importance of this structure. What are the uses for this structure? Uses. You always use to in the past. This structure does not exist in the present. You cannot say, I used to do. If you want to express the same idea, you have to use the present simple instead, I do. He used to live in Canada. He lives in Canada. There used to be a tower there. There is a tower in the center of the town. Used to is often used for past situations that no longer exist. He used to live in Canada, but now he lives in Argentina. Linda used to wear a long hair, but now he has cut it. Okay?